Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. I found it. Okay. All right. So we have a couple of things that we're going to be doing today. We're going to go ahead and stitch these two pieces kind of like right along here because we want to make like little bumps to put the pins through. So we're going to be stitching those. We're going to be stitching that in. We're going to be stitching that in. We're going to be stitching this in. We're going to be putting this on. A little pocket here. Our waterfall. And our elastics for the thread. So I'm going to start with these. And unfortunately, because of the sewing machine and the way that everything is, I'm going to be off camera for a second while I do this. So I'm going to get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and stitched through that. I'm going to grab all right, there. Okay. I'll cut these extra threads off.
Is that maple bacon this morning you were making?
Yes.
You can tell it smells good.
And that, see, that's going to give us our rib that we can put our pins through. Okay. So can iron felt. I'm going to get some more pins out though because we're going to need them. All right. So now this gets put down on here. So to do that, I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put a pin in my midpoint, top and bottom. That's going to tell me where that is. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And these are going to go over here. So I may have to trim these a little bit to get them both on here, and I will need to trim them. So I'm going to trim a little bit off of them. Just grab my rotary cutter here. take a look and see if that fits a little better. There. And then we'll have another one here, but we want, a gap in the middle. So we're going to take a little bit off of this one. And I'm just eyeballing it about 1/4 of an inch. Then I can take 1/4 of an inch off the other side. There we go. All right. Bringing our piece back. Hi, Carla. Hi, Francis. Okay. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get these on here and pin them, and then I'll go ahead and stitch around the outside and right along this seam. Move this one over just a hair. Okay. All right, I'm going to go sew these. I'll be right back. All right, I got 2 more seams to go. You working today?
Yes. First day. Unfortunately, I loaded up my computer yesterday and checked all 735 emails.
Okay. I'm going to take off all of these. And then I'm going to trim these fairly close to the stitch line. Just because I don't want them sticking over, you know? All right. I don't need that anymore because now I know where the midpoint is. Okay. So now we have our little pin spot that has the little lifted part in the middle for putting our pins in. So we have our pin strips. Okay. So now the next part. Oh yeah. I used green thread on this side. And then white thread on the other side. You know, trying to make it so it's a little less visual. Okay. So our next part is going to be just a stitch across here. So I'm going to put 2 pins in. We're going to stitch across that. All right. I wish I could set the sewing machine up over here. I really do. But because of the camera, you can't. Get these out. So that's the first one and the second one. Okay. And then this one, which is the third flap. Okay. So now this is where we're going to put all of our sewing needles, all in here. Okay. So now we have a place for our pins and we have a place for our sewing needles. The next one we're going to do is a pocket here. That's this one. And that is why I sewed this down first, because I have to put a pocket here. Ugh. Hi, Mari. So pocket going in. All right, since this is going to get some wear and tear, I backstitched on the top pieces. Okay. Let me get rid of some of these scraps because they're starting to drive me crazy. Normally I throw them on the ground. Upsets Hubber. All right, so now we have a pocket, our needle spot, pins, okay. Now, these two pieces, we're going to have to hand stitch because we need to put this in down here, which we might be able to do on the machine. But this part, we're going to have to hand stitch it because it has to be just right. And this, obviously, we're going to have to hand stitch. So let's do some hand stitching. And we're going to have to hand stitch probably for these as well. Alrighty. So let's decide where this is going to be. Right there. Okay. So thread on the needle. Okay. And I just make sure that I don't, stitch into those. Now there's a couple of stitches that I could do. I could do a blanket stitch on this, or I could do a running stitch, and I think I'm going to do a blanket. So here we go. We are in the upper corner. Tiny little stitches. Tiny stitches. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Although I may not have enough thread for it, but we're going to do it anyway. Dang it. Here we go. My thread got loose. I hate when my thread is loose. So, how's everybody doing today?
I am fine, peachy keen, hunky dory,
Oh, he's lying.
through my teeth. It's half-hour lunch stubs. I'm off at 7:30.
But you're off at 7:30.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Everybody says hi, Albert. Carla Thicky. Oh, he's in his office. He'll be there for a few minutes. At the point. There we go. Now, I am going to tie this off, get another piece of thread, because this is, well, or I'm just going to break it. That's always good, too. And let's thread the needle. This is the fun part, right? When you're old, trying to get a piece of thread through a tiny little eye on a needle. Okay, well, I just broke that stitch, so I'm probably going to have to start this over. Doesn't that suck? I think it sucks. But those stitches will come out if I don't. So we're going to cut this off and start over. So I went to the auction yesterday and I picked up my stuff. Had a really cool wind chime for Hubbard. If you've been here for a while, you know Hubbard loves stuff for the yard. Okay. He's got all kinds of solar lights and stuff out in the yard. All right, we're going to try this again since I couldn't, since I broke the stitch. And that's no bueno. Okay, so let's try this again. That's my point right there. This is where this is going to go. Okay. Hi, Christine. Yeah, so we actually had to go to Chew because the auction place that I buy from is online and it's like multiple auction places all in one place, but you have to pick it up at, the home location. Wherever, they're selling it. They're not going to ship it across town for you. So we had to go to Chew. One is like right down the street here, no big deal. But the other one is over by the Strip. So Amy and I were out there in, 104, 105 degree weather. In the car, driving down the freeway, which is under construction. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for a blanket stitch, I just go in to the background, come out through the front piece like this, and then you loop the thread. And see, it pulls this down, and then you just keep doing that. So you just take a tiny little stitch, grab the back thread, and pull through. It's a fairly easy stitch, but it gives you that cute little like border line on the edge. I use it when I'm putting like eyeballs on my stuffies for the sewn-on ones. And the further you go, the more stepped in it gets. Then when you get to a corner, you just do two, one on the side and one on the other side. You go around the corner. So we went and we picked up a bunch of stuff. And when we got to the second one, all the gals that are out there that run the stuff, they run the, you go in and you give them your phone number and it pulls up your account. So we get to the second one and all of the gals are walking around with ice pops. Because they're outside. So the boss brought ice pops for everybody. And then they have an awning with a misting system. And then every 30 minutes, they get a hydration bell. They have to go and drink a bottle of water. Which it's good. They keep an eye on their employees, And, don't get me wrong, it's not old people doing that job by any means. They're pretty much all young kids in their late teens and 20s, But it's nice to know that they keep an eye on them. All right. Up. Because I got to tell you, it's hotter than Hades here right now. I got up this morning. I got up this morning and I was going to take my walk because my knee felt okay. Not great, but okay. And I went to let the doggies out. And it was 103. And I went, oh, hell no. That was at 8:30 this morning, 8 o'clock this morning. I went, no. Now, the official temperature for Vegas is always recorded at the airport. But I live up on the hill. It's hotter up here. Hotter, I tell you. Amy and I are going to try and go out and dash tonight. We're going to be doing some, late nights because, we're old. We don't need to be out there in that heat. So we're going to be doing evenings after 7. So we're going to be, not really concerning ourselves with the dinner so much as we are the overnight gamers. There are people anyway. The 2 a.m. Taco Bell run. That's our jam. Of course, we're not going to be out that late. We figure like 7 to 10 or 11. So, a lot of Walgreens and fast food. No grocery shopping. I hate grocery shopping. It's not that I don't enjoy it because, it's nice to be in the grocery store for 20, 30 minutes in the air conditioning. However, carrying your 16 cases of water up 3 flights of stairs. Not my favorite thing. And like, how many different kinds of water do you need? Seriously. We delivered an order one time that was like 5 different types of water. Like, they got the store brand in the tall bottles and the store brand in the little bottles. Then they got like pure in the gallons. And then pure in the tall bottles. And then they got smart water in the quart bottles. And I was like, it's freaking water. How many different types of water do you need? And then 2 small bottles of alkaline water. And I was like, what the? Let's see. So yeah, so we try not to take grocery runs anymore. $103, huh? Damn. So my grandson, not Buggy, dude, the older one. Not that he's much older. He's, he's 14. He is in New York City. Got there this morning. They flew them in on a red eye. He is going to be performing at Carnegie Hall with his school choir. And they're going to go see 2 Broadway shows. Today, they are just touring the city. Tonight's their first show. Tomorrow morning, they're having bagels for breakfast. New York bagels. They're going to Morton's Deli. They're going to get some bagels and a schmear. Then they're going to perform in the early afternoon. And then they're going to the top of the Empire State Building in the evening so they can see the city lit up. And tomorrow morning, not tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, they are going to the Statue of Liberty. And then they're going to be having New York pizza for lunch. At Tony's. Let's see, what else are they doing? So yeah, so they're having a good time. Uh, they're going to see a whole bunch of stuff and do a whole bunch of stuff. And, all right, so there is for our point for our scissors, and we're going to put that in there so that we can line up for our band. Which is this piece?
Time to start the fun.
Okay, take that out. Put a pin over here. We want a little bit of a lift here, so. And then a pin over here. All right. That should hold the scissors. Let's test. Oh, yeah. It'll be smashing. And then this little guy is going to go right there. Right there. You know what? I'm going to put him on the outside. Because it will be easier. And then Saturday night, they're going to a show. And they fly home Sunday morning. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to stitch these in off camera. And then tomorrow, we're going to do our elastics, which we're going to sew right on these lines. So it's going to be stitched there and there and there. So we can put the, you know, the thread in. Because right now we've got scissors, thimble, pins, our marking pencil and, you know, measuring tape and all that stuff there. And then over here, all of our needles. And we still have to put in, you know, our piece, which I guess we really don't have to. I mean, we could skip this piece and just put this, you know, on here anywhere. I just pinned right through my finger. Didn't even realize it. Just like that, you know? So it's getting there. It's coming along. All right. And then this is going to get stitched in there. And this is going to be our little flap. I'm not going to leave this white, I don't think. I don't know. I may cover this with some fabric. Don't know yet. Still making up my mind. But that's where we're at. Hubbard is now at work, so we have to go. So we have this fantastic, you know, bin that I put all our stuff in because, you know, I kept losing it. But then I lost the bin. Now I have the bin back. So let me put this away real quick, and then we'll chat for a minute. Put that in there. Those in there.
Wait.
Hey. That. This. Yeah, so he's in New York having a good time. He arrived this morning. They checked into the hotel. They made special arrangements to be able to check in early for the day. They pretty much slept on the plane, you know. But that was the only way they could get all of those kids there and get a full program, you know. $2,600 for the trip. because I put it into the blanket stitch so that it had a little border around it. So now let's talk about some of the other things. So I got this. I ordered it because I had a hard time finding it. So I ordered this. It is, they're labels like that say handmade on them. And I also ordered this one. It's really hard to find something that just says handmade, okay? Everything says handmade with love, you know? But I did get some of this in, and I got this in, and I'm going to put this in the shop. Yeah, in the shop. So today I'm going to be getting the sale ready for tomorrow because I haven't listed anything down yet. I still have some photographs that I need to get to put stuff in the shop. It's a busy day for me. And then that's kind of it. So I will see you guys all tomorrow morning where we'll work a little bit on our thread, on our needle book. And then tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock my time, so 5, 6, and 7 across the country, we are going to be doing the sale. And then Amy's going to go on right after that. Let's see. I think that's everything. Let's see what we got going on. So Monday's video is a specimen tag. Sale is Friday. Saturday, I may have a bonus video on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. Still kind of seeing if I can get it finished. But then on Monday, I'm going to have a viewer request video. It's an envelope notebook kind of thing. That's going to be on the 10th. And then there's a beginner's project on the 14th. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Of course, we'll have the feud on Sunday. And let's see. Randomly drawn. First answer gets the point. Who plays the wicked stepmother in the 2015 version of Cinderella? First correct answer gets a point. Who plays the wicked stepmother in the 2015 version of Cinderella? Do not Google, people. No, Christine. Sorry. Good guess, though. Mari, that is correct. Cate Blanchett. So, you're going to get a point. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to do the drawing for the giveaway for the journal that we just finished, the journal series we just finished, which is the sewing journal. I'm going to be doing the giveaway for that. It's still here. I haven't figured out, how I want to put a closure on it yet. But, it's still here. I haven't even figured out the front. I'm thinking I might just tie a piece of this around there and call it the closure, because it's a tape measure. So that's it. That's all I got. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button, make a fat lady happy. Poke that button. To the ladies with the glue dangles, I will be billing those with the sale stuff. So if you buy something in the sale, I'll do it that way. You don't have to pay the extra shipping. What else? I think that's it. Check out the community tab here on the YouTube channel. Scoot on over to the Facebook group. There's links in the description box below. Join us for the hashtag Projects of 24 challenge, which this year is 52 cards in 52 weeks. It is the 52 card challenge. This week we are doing Disney and music, or music, either one. And you can get yourself a copy of this list following the link in the description box below. And all you have to do is use playing cards or a 3.5 by 2.5 inch card if you cut it yourself. And you can do anything you want for the first 23 weeks. You don't have to, you don't have to do them all. You don't have to, you could start at 23 weeks and that's it. Or you can do all 23 if you want and catch up. But I just ask that you don't go ahead. That way nobody knows, nobody gets confused. But that's it. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye.